There's no way to start a holiday weekend, a long holiday weekend. People plan to, spend time with their families. There's no better way than with some layoffs. Like, obviously, I'm being sarcastic, but we did get the news yesterday that Microsoft is laying off over 9,000 employees, with around 2,000 of those coming from the Xbox team. And now this is kind of a rundown of what's happened with Xbox as far as layoffs, studio closures, and things like that from what we learned this week as well as what happened last year. So starting from last year, you remember Blizzard had a game that was coming out that was like 6 years in development. That got canceled. Roundhouse Studio got closed. Alpha Dog Studio got closed, and they got like absorbed into some other teams. Tango got shut down after Hi-Fi Rush was supposed to be a big success. Arcane Austin got shut down after Redfall. Then now with this week, what we learned is Raven Software, which helps with Call of Duty and support studios that way. They got a lot of layoffs. 10% of King that does Candy Crush, they got gone. 50% of Turn 10, who does Forza Motorsport, which is one of the original tentpole franchises for Xbox, they lost 50% of their staff. ZeniMax's online's new IP that we learned that Phil Spencer had been playing a ton of, canned, is done. We learned that Everwild got canceled, and then the Initiative got closed down, and Perfect Dark, which we just saw at the Summer Showcase last year, has been canceled. And it really sucks for Rare specifically because they've just become the Sea of Thieves studio, and while Sea of Thieves has been doing great, it sold over 1 million copies on PlayStation 5 when they brought it over. It was like, hey man, some of us millennials, we've been waiting for Rare. It's their next game because we grew up on Donkey Kong Country and Jet Force Gemini and GoldenEye and all their other games that Rare used to make, even Viva Pinata and Cameo. These really whimsical games. Everwild, we just haven't seen, and people are saying if we don't see it at the showcase, it's probably canceled, and that's what ended up happening, unfortunately. And then speaking of Rare, I mean, Perfect Dark was originally a Rare game back on the Nintendo 64 as well as the Xbox 360, and it sucks. A lot of people are excited, including myself, to see this game after we saw it at the showcase last year, but it appears that it's canceled. The Initiative was supposed to be their first quadruple A studio, and they got nothing to show for it, and now they're done. And then the worst part of all of it is we learned that this is most likely due to Microsoft's heavy investment into AI, which is $80 billion of AI infrastructure. So while AI isn't technically replacing people, the money needed to fund it had to come from people losing their job. Sucks.